Good morning and welcome to a place that I have mixed feelings about. We're playing today's games in lovely Aurora. Um, yeah, I have mixed feelings about this place because it leads to a very fun game when the ball's jumping off the bat, but as a pitcher, it's not very fun. So that's why it's got mixed feelings for me. But the Ironhawks take on the Mesabi Range Norse. The Ironhawks come in and play on a 4-game losing streak after they wrapped up their Florida trip with a 25-2 loss to Century. They're 4-7 coming into play. Mesabi Range Norse are 0-5. We'll get into them here as the game progresses. We've got two on tap for you today. The Ironhawks are the home team for game one. They'll be the away team for game two. And we're working on getting our feeds set up here. So once that happens, I'll get that hooked up and then we can seamlessly go into the game. But let's get you your starting lineups here. First, for the visiting Mesabi Range Norse, Tate Yuhan will be leading off playing right field. Elliot Blatz will be playing short and batting second. Aiden Debner batting third, playing first base. In the cleanup spot, it'll be catcher Kenny Rand. Batting fifth, the designated hitter Colton Comstock. Batting sixth, the left fielder Caleb Jacinto. Batting seventh, the third baseman Braylon Hoff. 8-hole and playing the keystone position, Landon Heinlein, and rounding it out, center fielder Harley Mott. IOs are about done here. And on the mound for the Ironhawks will be sophomore right-hander Elijah Mack. For your Ironhawks starting lineup, leading off will be the shortstop Andrew Ritter, batting second the center fielder Griffin Steele, batting third the first baseman TJ Freen, and in the cleanup spot, the catcher number 13 Martin Kubian. Batting fifth, Cole Smith playing right field. At third base, batting sixth, Dylan Spears. Dylan Plone will bat seventh and be your designated hitter. Batting eighth, the left fielder Jake Lehman, and rounding it out at the keystone position, Dylan Coelho batting ninth. On the mound, freshman right-hander Colby Parker. And this is the defensive alignment for today's contest. From left to right, it's Lehman, Steele, and Smith. From third to first, it's Spears, Ritter, Coelho, Freen, Kubian behind the plate. And, I didn't fix that. Colby Parker on the mound. It's an all-freshman defense for Coach Tom Coombs' Ironhawks here in game one. Let's see how it holds up. Looking to break a 3-game skid. With that, let's take a look at the keys to victory to break that skid. As we've noted many times, we need to throw strikes to start to win ball games. So that continues to be the number one priority. Number two, the good teams beat the teams they're supposed to beat. And over the past 3 years, the Norse are a team that the Ironhawks should beat, and they have beaten. So we need to continue that trend. And finally, get rid of this 3-game losing streak. Let's flip the script, get a sweep here today, and then we can go into the weekend against Central Lakes and Fergus Falls on a win streak. So that is your keys to victory for today's game. I don't have much else as far as tidbits of information. The games against Central Lakes and Fergus Falls will be on Game Changer only. I do have some broadcasting to do here at the University of Mary. It's the opening weekend for softball. So if you are bored and the Ironhawks are done and you want to tune into some more Jake Mickelson coverage, you can watch the softball games for University of Mary, and you'll find me there. Unfortunately, I won't be able to spend the weekend with all of you lovely people. So, yeah, we'll do our usual trip around the. There's Chick Tommy. We'll do our usual trip around the MCAC. Take a look at schedules. We'll do our town ball tour, and it'll be a great time. We got 2 games up next for you here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. That'll conclude the pregame show. I'll see you when it's game time. First pitch and baseball coming up next on your home for Ironhawks Baseball. Thank you for watching today's pregame show. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news and updates. Also, be sure to subscribe to the Vermilion Ironhawks Athletics YouTube page and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the action this season. The following is a presentation of Vermilion Ironhawks Athletics. Howdy, Ironhawk fans. Thank you for joining us for this contest. My name is Jacob Mickelson, and I'll be on the call. Ironhawks baseball starts right now.
Yeah, as a boy, always knew I one day had the courage to be king. Yeah, time flew when I grew up. Now I'm ready for the promise that it brings. You only wanted me to
Charlie Swan gets one gone, and we are tied at 3.
Yeah, it was only in a dream. Now I go on a roll, and I know that I'm never ready.
High in the air, center field. Santiago back. He looks up. It is there. Jake Casaza.
One way or another when I
do it again.
Everybody better bow.
Number 2 on the day. It's 4-3 Ironhawks. Jake sure does rake.
Cause there's only one king, and there's only one crown, and there ain't enough.
Pitch it high in the air, center field. Santiago back, he gives up on it, it's gone!
So you better start running. So you better start running. So you better start running.
The first pitch to Casaza hit high in the air to left field.
Cause I'm coming right now.
So back at the track, he looks up. He won't see it go on. Jake Casaza puts the Ironhawks ahead with a 2-run blast. And it's 2-1 Ironhawks.
All the children, men and women, right now, gather around to burn it down. We're gonna start the kingdom from scratch. Far too many take advantage, but it ain't gonna happen like that. Time and time again, I wake up and enemy might attack. All that matters, in my opinion, is that the dynasty lasts. So be careful how you talk to me. Cause there's only one king.
High in the air to right field. Hodson going back. He's at the track. He looks up. It's gone. That was hit high in the air to right field. Going back is Madrill. He's at the track. He looks up. It's gone. To Soto Hood. It's good wood. And it's
So you better start running. Cause I'm coming right now. Cause I'm coming right now. King, and there's only
high in the air to deep left
crown.
field. Get up.
There's only one
Get out of here.
king,
We are tied.
and it's looking like me.
Welcome on into the wonderful turf field that allows us to play baseball when there's snow on the ground here at Mesabi East High School in Aurora, Minnesota. We've got some Jake Tomei antics for you to watch before the game gets going. Welcome on into wonderful turf. Should probably turn that down. I was trying to make sure it was working well, and good thing it is. Yeah. So, I guess it's easy to see Jake Tomei's being Jake Tomei, and we love him for being Jake Tomei. Fair enough, right? All right. Let's we're gonna have our meeting on the mound here, or not on the mound. We're gonna have the coaches meeting here at the plate. While this is being it's funny. All right. So let's pull up our all right, I need to pull up their roster first. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Phone in list form. There we go. Now it'll show me where everybody's from. Sweet. All right. So now we'll all right. And there goes Jake Tomei. What a wonderful human being. All right, coaches are getting their pre-game festivities over with. While that's being done, let's let's check in and see what's happened with the Norse as they come into play here. So they began their season on March 9th. It looks like, yes, March 9th against Alexandria Tech, where they beat them 10-1. And then they beat SUNY 20, or then they lost to SUNY Adirondack 25-4. So they dropped their first two games on opening day. And then they suffered a 19-5 defeat to Bergen Community College on the 10th. On the 11th, they fell to SUNY Adirondack 16-6. And I believe that's the last game they've played. But that math doesn't math because they are 0-5, and I just listed 4 games. So there must be a Bergen loss that I missed. Here comes Dylan Plone in front of the camera. They lost to Fergus Falls before losing to Bergen Community College 14-1. So that is kind of the start of the season for the Norse. And now they come into play to face the Ironhawks here on this sunny Thursday morning. Kind of strange that we're playing on a Thursday morning, but that is MCAC baseball in a nutshell. Um, let's we'll go through the standings quick while we wait for this coaches meeting to end and the Ironhawks to warm up. All right. So in the MCAC Central, Alexandria Tech leads the division with a 7-3 record, and Anoka Ramsey is 6-5 in second place. St. Cloud Tech is 6-8 in third place. Fergus Falls is 2-4 in fifth. Ridgewater is 2-6, or 6 in fifth. And Central Lakes has not played a game yet. I believe their first games is against the Ironhawks on Sunday. In the MCAC North, the Ironhawks lead the division with a 4-7 record. Northland Community and Technical College is in second place with a 6-12 record. They have played the most games in the MCAC with 18. Itasca is in third with a 3-11 record. Rainy River is in fourth with a 2-10 record. Hibbing is 1-9 in fifth place, and in last it is the Norse at 0-5. Riverland leads the MCAC South with a 6-5 record. They're followed closely by Century College with a 7-6 record. Rochester Community and Technical College is at 500 in third place with a 5-5 record. Minnesota West is 4-8 in fourth place, and Western Tech is 1-9 in last in the South. So that is your division standings here for the MCAC. And fun fact about the Western Tech Cavaliers, they have given up 19 home runs this season, which leads the MCAC for a team pitching staff. Speaking of team statistics. Let's see what we got here. Naturally, the Northland Pioneers lead the MCAC in runs scored as they've played 4 more games than the next closest team. The Ironhawks rank in the middle of the pack with in 8th with 68 runs scored. Vermilion is currently tied for 4th in home runs with 4. They're trailing Century with 12. Hibbing and Riverland with 6th, and then Alex Tech and Western Tech also have 4. So they are right there with them. Stolen bases is a different story. Vermilion is tied for 10th with 13 stolen bases on the season. Northland has 55 and St. Cloud Tech has 53. So when the Ironhawks play the Pioneers here in division play, watch for a lot of stolen bases in that one. Unfortunately for most of conference play, they will not be on YouTube. They'll be on Game Changer. So I figure it might be a good idea as we creep towards conference play to kind of highlight the teams that will be playing. That way you have some information going into those games that may not be known. So conference play begins on April 5th when the Ironhawks take on the Itasca Vikings to lead off conference play. That's going to be a tough matchup. Vikings have won the MCAC North for the past, I don't know how many years, but it's a lot. And so they're looking to repeat as MCAC North Division champs. The Ironhawks obviously are going to look to not let that happen. I believe DJ is the umpire today. We love DJ in Vermilion Country. He is our umpire at almost every game. The Ironhawks are tied for 3rd in home runs given up with 3. St. Cloud Tech, or Alex Tech has given up 2. St. Cloud Tech, Rochester and Minnesota West have given up 1. And the Norse have not given up a home run yet this year. Let's see if that changes today. I don't know. It's very cold, so we will see. I'm not too sure who the other umpire would be. I can bet money on one of them is DJ, but the other one, I don't know. So, we'll find out. The throwdown from Kubian, and we're ready to go here. Tate Yuhan will be leading it off for the Norse. Here's a look at your starting pitcher for the Ironhawks. Colby Parker's appeared in 3 games. This is his first collegiate start. He's 0-2 with a 9 ERA. He's given up 7 runs in 7 innings, 9 hits, 8 strikeouts to 5 walks, a 1.74 whip. And Tate Yuhan will be the first task for him here. First pitch. Misses high for a ball. It's 1-0. There is Tate Yuhan. In 4 games, he is hitting a .43 and a .543 OPS. That one's in there for a strike on the outside corner, and Colby Parker is even 1-1 with Tate Yuhan. Now it's going to be tapped on the ground slowly, backhanded by Ritter. The long throw is in time to get the runner. Hang a star on that one, Andrew Ritter, for out number 1. Fantastic play from Andrew Ritter to record the first out. Backhanded deep in the hole. Long throw gets Yuhan for out number 1. And that will bring up Elliot Blatz. He's hitting a .25 on the season in 3 games, a .250 OPS. The Norse offense has been non-existent to start the season. First pitch from Parker misses for a ball. It is 1-0. Blatz is a freshman from Graston, Minnesota. Went to Pine City High School. Now it's going to miss high. 2 balls and no strikes. The Norse have 7 sophomores on their team, and Parker's behind 3-0 on Blatz. 7 sophomores on the Norse put them near the top in the MCAC North in amount of sophomores. That one's in there, 3-1. The Ironhawks only have 5 sophomores this year. None of them are on the starting 9 for the defense. That one swung and a miss. Strike 2, good slider from Colby Parker. Although the only sophomore in the lineup is Dylan. Well, Dylan Pallone would not be a sophomore either. So this is a completely freshman starting lineup for Coach Koom and the Ironhawks, and that is strikeout number 1 for Colby Parker as Blatz goes fishing for out number 2. And a great effort there for Parker working back from a 3-0 count. Puts 2 down in the top of the first. For Aiden Debner, the first baseman. He's hitting .375 in 3 games. First pitch to Debner is in there for a strike. Big curveball from Parker. Gets him ahead 0-1. So no sophomores in the starting lineup for the Ironhawks today. That one's going to get in and hit him. So that is a 2-out base runner for the Norse. And I'll bring up Kenny Rant, not Martin. Kenny Rant, 222 in 4 games. He's from Mora, Minnesota. He's a sophomore. A catcher outfielder. First pitch from Parker to Rant. It swung on a missed, strike 1. The ball's in 1 strike. So with the Norse, you'll kind of notice a trend. Lots of low offensive numbers and very high walk rates for their pitchers. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Kenny Rant. The 0-2, Debner takes off. It's swung on a missed. Rant goes fishing for out number 3. Parker picks up 2 strikeouts in the opening frame. We'll keep it here for the bottom of the first. Take a look at our weather. And the Norse defensively here on your home for Ironhawks Baseball. The game day weather looks like this. It is cold. 33 degrees, just a hair above freezing here in Aurora. You can see I moved the blue dot. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm very proud of this, so I want to point it out. I moved the blue dot up to where they're playing. It was down in Florida. Now it's up in Minnesota. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. 33 degrees, wind 4 miles an hour coming out of the west. So this is one of those factors with Aurora. The wind is not going to be an issue. So that is either going to be good or a bad thing. We'll see. 54% humidity. Ball should be pretty true today for this contest between the Norse and the Ironhawks. Let's do that. Defensively for the Norse, they'll line up like this. I had it. I can't remember it now. I'll get it. I was anticipating my game changer to update in time for me to say this, but it didn't. So now I'm getting it. And now by the time I obtain it, it's going to be too late. All right, from left to right, it's going to be Caleb Jacinto, Harley Mott, and Tate Yuhan. From third to first, it's Braylon Hoff, Elliot Blatz, Landon Heinlein, and Aiden Debner. Kenny Rant behind the plate, and Elijah Mack on the mound. There we go. I guess that worked out. First pitch to Andrew Ritter, misses high and up and away for ball one. There's Ritter so far. 7 games, 391 average with a home run. That came against Owens. 4 driven in, 2 stolen bases, and OPS over 1,000. 2 balls, no strikes to the Ironhawk leadoff hitter. That one misses well outside, and it's 3-0 to Ritter. That's going to be in there for a strike. That is a DJ call for sure. The 3-1 to Ritter. Misses high for ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk. So the Ironhawks shortstop, and they got a runner on to begin the ball game. Griffin Steele will hit next. 5 games, 265 with a 579 OPS, 3 stakes on the season. He's the starting center fielder for the Ironhawks today. Wearing number 12. First pitch is in there for a strike. Looks like a changeup potentially from Mack. The pickoff attempt is not in time as Ritter dives back safely. Mack is a sophomore from Moorhead, Minnesota. Standing 5'6". That one's in there for a strike. The throwdown will not be in time. That's Ritter's 3rd stolen base of the season. He gets himself into scoring position for Griffin Steele to drive in. Pitch was a strike, so it is 0-2. The Ironhawks wearing the blue jerseys, white pants combination today. The Norse look like they're wearing their, I can't tell if that's black or green. It's one of those two. The 0-2 misses high for ball 1. It's 1-2. Not a high strikeout rate for the Norse pitching staff this season. As I mentioned earlier, very high walk rate. That one's going to be up and over Griffin Steele's head for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll take a look at the pitcher here. Elijah Mack, he's appeared in 1 game through a third of an inning, giving up 2 hits, no walks, no strikeouts, to a 2.27 ERA. That would mean he's given up 3 runs in that third of an inning. That's going to miss high, and it's 3-2. Full count for Griffin Steele. And that's going to be ball 4. And that one hit Steele. So either way, he's going to first base. So that'll put 2 runners on for the Ironhawks here in the bottom of the first. Nobody out. First 2 walks of the year for Elijah Mack. That's going to be hit foul up the third baseline. No balls and 1 strike. The batter is TJ Freen, hitting .364 on the season with 6 RBIs, a stolen base, and a .905 OPS in 8 games. This is his 9th game of the season. He's right up there with Martin Kubion with games played. Yeah, that's going to be a bunt single back to Mac. And the bases are loaded with nobody out for guess who? Yeah, it's Martin Kubion up with the bases loaded again. He's hitting .414 on the season with 11 RBIs because of situations like these. OPS a tick over 1,000 in 9 games this season. First pitch to him misses outside for a ball. It's a 1-0. I tell you what, this is the right guy to have up at the plate for the Ironhawks. That one's going to miss. Oh, what? Called for a strike. 1-1. I thought for sure that was going to miss for a ball. That one does miss for a ball. It's 2-1. Kubion looking to stay hot and give the Ironhawks the lead here. RBIs 12, 13, and 14 sitting out on the bases. Ducks on the pond. The pitch fouled back into the padding, and it's 2-2. Now it's going to miss up and in for a ball. 3-2, full count. See fans starting to file in for today's contest. They're braving the elements. Watch their Ironhawks play. That ball's hit high in the air. Left field. Left fielder's going to make the catch. The runner Ritter will tag, and he will score, giving the Ironhawks a 1-0 lead. Caleb Jacinto making the catch there for out number 1. And it's RBI number 12 for Martin Kubion this season, giving the Ironhawks a 1-run lead. Oh, I need to change that. You're not the away team this game. Boom. There we go. There. This. There. Yay! We got it figured out. That'll bring up Cole Smith. First pitch to him is going to hit him, and that will reload the bases for the Ironhawks. 2 hit batters, a walk, a base hit, and a sac fly for Elijah Mack here as he's gotten his second out of the entire season. I'll bring up Dylan Spears with the bases loaded. Flash you back to game number 1 of the season, the last time, well, one of the second to last time Dylan Spears was up with the bases loaded. He deposited a ball over the left field wall for a grand slam. Let's see if he can do it again. He awaits the first pitch from Elijah Mack. Misses high for a ball. It's 1-0. Now it's going to be popped into the air, shallow right. Yuhan calls off. He will put it away for out number 1, or out number 2, rather. And that will bring up Dylan Plone with 2 outs and the bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. Plone hitting .227 in 7 games with 5 RBIs. Good for a 706 OPS this season. First pitch to him is going to miss inside for a ball. That's definitely DJ behind the plate. That's going to be in there for a strike. And the only reason why I know it's DJ is the mannerisms he's using. Just the way he's calling pitches and like the little hand signal to the outside in the strike call. It's DJ. Now it's going to miss up. 2-1. That's going to miss. 3-1. It's going to be hit on the ground and through the right. Oh, diving stop by the second baseman. The throw is in time. I was ready to celebrate another Ironhawks run, but that last second dive ends the inning. We'll take a break here and head to the top of the second. Ironhawks get a run on a hit. They leave the bases loaded. We hit the top of the second. Ironhawks lead 1-0 on your home for Ironhawks baseball. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are currently in a break. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news, updates, and streaming information. Don't go anywhere. More Ironhawks baseball right here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. Welcome back to Chili Aurora for inning number 2. Leading it off will be Braylon Hoff. Sorry, Colton Comstock will be the hitter. He's appeared in the game so far. Nothing to his credit so far. First pitch to Comstock misses outside for a ball. Colby Parker out there for inning number 2. He'll be facing Comstock, Jacinto, and Hoff. Here in inning number 2. Looks like we forgot the Charger. That must be what happened. There's Riley Hanka, our other wonderful helper, making this stream possible for you folks at home. 3 balls and 1 strike. Oh, 2 balls and 1 strike. The next pitch is going to be a ball. Okay, 3 balls and 1 strike. That one's in there for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Colton Comstock. Comstock is a sophomore from Mattoon, Illinois. The payoff pitch is hit high in the air, center field, right center field. Looks like Griffin Steele will put that one away for out number 1. Rather, it was Cole Smith that made the grab there. And it's 1 quick out for Parker and the boys. They'll bring up Caleb Jacinto. Yeah, this is his first plate appearance of the season. He takes a big hack. It comes up empty for strike 1. Jacinto has pitched so far this season for the Norse, but he has not appeared in the box yet. That ball is going to be shot out into right field. Smith is going to have a long run on this one, and he won't get it. It'll go to the wall. Jacinto is batting 1,000 in his collegiate career with a 1 out double. So congratulations to Caleb Jacinto on his first collegiate hit. And goes for extra bases. I believe that's only the third double of the season for the Norse so far. They have a runner in scoring position with only 1 out. So let's see what they do here. It'll be Braylon Hoff. Looks like he squared to bunt, but it was called a strike anyways. That one will miss. Nope, called a strike. The guy scoring, going to say he went around on it. That one will be tapped foul, and Hoff will stay alive. Here's Braylon Hoff. He's batting 1,000 in 3 games, 2,000 OPS. So he has one of the now 4 doubles. Actually, no, that's not how that works. He's got a single and a walk. That's how that works. That ball's going to be what just happened. And the tag will not be applied. So it'll be a throwing error on Spears, but I'm curious if that went off the knob of his bat or not. It looked like he didn't swing. So I'm very curious to know if that went off his knob or what happened there, because that was weird. Nevertheless, runners on the corners here for the Norse with 1 out. And Landon Heinlein will be the hitter. Swings and misses at strike 1. He's hitting .250 on the season with 2 RBIs, 775 OPS in 4 games. That one's going to miss inside. It is 1-1. So 2 runners on for the Norse here as they try to tie this game up. Well, it's going to be caught by the first baseman on the foul pop for out number 2. And there will be 2 down now in the top of the second for Harley Mott. He is the center fielder today. Oh, we got the blue dots of death. Oh, they're gone now. We're good. Ball's going to be hit softly on the ground. Gloved by Freen. He's going to have to hurry to the bag, and he gets there in time to retire the side. The Norse threatened with a run, or with no runs on a hit and a Vermilion error. They leave 2 runners on. We head to the bottom of the second. Ironhawks lead 1-0. You're tuned in to Ironhawks Baseball. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are currently in a break. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news, updates, and streaming information. Don't go anywhere. More Ironhawks Baseball right here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. Welcome back for the bottom of the second inning. Leading off will be Jake Lehman. He's hitting 182 in 6 games. He's got 3 RBIs to his credit. That one's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. And the pitch popped into the air. First baseman Devner comes in a few steps. He'll camp and put it away for out number 1. A quick first out for Elijah Mack here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Dylan Coelho. Nope. Why did he do that? There we go. Dylan Coelho's hitting 222 in 9 games with 5 RBIs, a 623 OPS, primarily out of the 9 hole. He did spend some time in the leadoff spot to begin the season. Has a change from prior years as Nick Berglund has moved down in the lineup to give him more RBI chances. He's hit primarily second or third. That pitch is hit high in the air to right field. Yuhan going back on it, and he's not going to get it. It's going to roll to the wall. And no, it is caught. Why is this so difficult for me to see? All right, well, we'll make do. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Andrew Ritter. He walked in his first plate appearance. Ritter steps into the box here. Face Elijah Mack for the second time. First pitch to him is popped high in the air to left field. Jacinto camps and puts it away for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 frame for Elijah Mack in the Norse. We head to the top of the third. It's 1-0 Ironhawks on your home for Ironhawks baseball. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are currently in a break. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news, updates, and streaming information. Don't go anywhere. More Ironhawks baseball right here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. We're back here for the top of the third. Colby Parker out there to start his inning of work. We're back to the top, and Tate Yuhan. First pitch to him. It misses low for a ball. It's 1-0. Yuhan is from right here in Eveleth, Minnesota. That ball's going to be popped high in the air, right center field. Smith going back on it. A diving attempt will be unsuccessful, and it'll go as a base hit and a double for Tate Yuhan. So 2 hits for the Norse, both are for extra bases. And that'll bring up Elliot Blatz with the leadoff base runner on second base. Now Parker's going to have to work to strand another runner in scoring position. Blatz struck out his last plate appearance. First pitch, bunted. Attempt on a bunt. And they're going to say he pulled it back. 1-0. Blatz, we already said that. 5'10 freshman is Blatz. That ball's going to be tapped on the ground. Kupion will throw into right field, and that's going to tie the game. So the throwing error on Kupion ties the game at 1. And the sacrifice bunt is successful. That was the second error on the Ironhawks. And that will bring up Aiden Debner with Blatz at first. Debner got hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance. First pitch to him, popped in the air, foul down the right field line. It's 0-1. That one's fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes here on the Norse first baseman. He's a sophomore from Waverly, Minnesota. Graduated from Howard Lake Waverly Winstead High School. Good town ball area. Ball's going to be hit on the ground to short. Ritter gloves. He'll go to Coelho at second, and that's all they will get, as Coelho had trouble with the feed, and the double play will not be turned. They'll bring up Kenny Rant. That first pitch misses for a ball to Rant. It's 1-0. As we hit in the air to center field, Steele will range to his right. He'll put it away for out number 2. They'll bring up Colton Comstock. 2 down here in the top of the third. Ball's fouled down the third base line for strike 1. Parker recorded 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Hasn't gotten one since. Given up 2 hits. Both have been doubles. The run he has allowed is unearned. Pitch misses high. It's 1-1. I don't know who else will be pitching today for the Ironhawks, but I guess we'll find out. It'll be a surprise to you, me, and everybody. And the pitch is going to be tapped on the ground to third. Spears gloves, goes to short way to Coelho for out number 3. That will conclude matters here in the top of the third. The Norse get a run on a hit and a Vermilion error. We're tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the third on your home for Ironhawks baseball. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are currently in a break. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news, updates, and streaming information. Don't go anywhere. More Ironhawks baseball right here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. Welcome back for the bottom of the third. Leading it off will be, looks like Griffin Steele. He'll bunt one back to Mac. The throw will be in time to record out number 1. And an attempt at a bunt hit goes unsuccessful for Steele. That'll bring up TJ Freen with 1 out here. In the bottom of the third. And that's 2 outs. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up Martin Kubian with nobody on. Kubian fouls the first pitch off. Down 0-1 to start the at-bat. That's going to be up and in. Almost hits him. 1-1. That's going to miss. 2-1. Look at the... I'm going to wait till the next inning. This one's almost over. Ball's going to be hit high in the air. Deep left field. Jacinto back at the wall. And that ball is gone. Martin Kubian hits his first career home run at Aurora. And it's 2-1 Ironhawks. We've been waiting for that swing for a while. Kubian is on the board. And it's 2-1 Vermilion. That one was definitely an Aurora home run, but you know what? They all count the same. barely scraped over the wall. In this cold weather, that ball had to be hit very hard. And I'd be curious if his hands are stinging right now. 2-1. Cole Smith will hit. Takes the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. Elijah Mack with a very long hold of the leg lift there, almost kind of like a. This might be a tall reference here, but there was a pitcher in the majors who would do that from time to time. His name's Andrew Kittredge, and he would call it the drunk uncle windup, and he'd hang his leg for a while and then kind of rock back and forth, kind of like Elijah's doing here, and I don't know, it kind of reminded me of that. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's kind of what I think of here. That's going to be ball 4 for Cole Smith, and it's a base runner after the Martin Kubion home run. Oh, wrong base runner. There we go. I'll bring up Dylan Spears after the walk. As the first home run allowed by the Mesabi Range Norse this season. So I guess announcers Jinx back in the before the game started. Came to fruition. Pickoff attempt is unsuccessful as Smith dives back in safely. And they're going to do it again. He's back in safely again. Dylan Spears is your hitter. He's 0 for 1 so far. First pitch to Spears misses high for a ball. Looks like a breaking ball that didn't break. 1-0. Another pickoff attempt. Cole Smith is messing with Elijah Mack right now. And that's a line drive into left field and down for a hit. Smith will move and advance 90 feet. And Dylan Spears has a hit on the day. I'll bring up Dylan Clone. Funny thing here, almost 3 straight Dylans in the lineup today. Just Jake Lehman, who's on deck, breaks up the trio of Dylans. There's a 4th Dylan on the Ironhawks. It's kind of like the Jake parade last year. The last 2 years, actually. We had myself, Jake Saza, Jake Palomo, and Jake Tome. Yeah, that's 4. That one misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Dylan Plone. And here I thought the inning was almost over. Shame on me. That's going to miss for a ball. It's 3-0 on Plone. So the home run for Kubion was his first of his career. He drove in RBI number 2 on the day and number 13 on the season. He's about to crack. That pickoff attempt almost goes into center field. As he is stuck on trying to get Cole Smith out. Three one is in there for a strike. Or 3-0 is in there for a strike. Plone looking to catch some fire here once he comes back up north. He's hitting 227 coming into play. That was going to be chopped foul. And it's 3-2. Payoff pitch coming up here for Mack. Jake Lehman awaiting on deck if the inning can be extended to him. Pitch misses up and away, and it's ball 4. The inning does indeed extend to Jake Lehman. He'll bat with the bases loaded. Conference between Rant and Mac here. And that's over as quick as it started. I'll bring up Jake Lehman. He's 0 for 1 so far today, looking to drive in more runs for the Ironhawks. First pitch misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Now misses 2-0. That one's in there for a strike. 2-1. 3-1. That one's in there. Moves the count full at 3-2. With Dylan Coelho on deck. That ball's going to be ripped over the second baseman's head and into right center field for a base hit that's going to score 1. Here comes Dylan Spears. It's a 2-run single for Jake Lehman, and it's 4-1 Ironhawks. Lehman drives in runs 4 and 5 with that base hit. That will make it 4-1, and that will be the end of the day for Elijah Mack. We've got a pitching change here on your home for Ironhawks baseball. We'll be back with a new pitcher. Well, let me make sure it's a pitching change. Sometimes coach comes out and it's not actually a pitching change, so probably should make sure of that first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, or bottom of the third. It is indeed a pitching change for Dylan Coelho. We'll be back with the new pitcher in a moment on your home. Wait. Nope, it's not going to be. See, this is what I do. This is what I mean. It looks like there's going to be a new pitcher, but then he doesn't bring in the new pitcher. So, what in the world? Anyways, Dylan Coelho's up to bat. First pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. 2 outs here, 3 runs in for the Ironhawks. On a 2-run single from Jake Lehman and a Martin Cubillan solo home run. Coelho steps out, steps back in quickly. Back pick attempt, hits. I think that hit Dylan Plone on the head. I believe that just hit Dylan in the head. Man, it's been a strange inning. Coelho waits his 0-1. And it's going to be rolled on the ground to first softly. Debner gloves. He'll step on the bag for out number 3. The Ironhawks get 3 runs on 3 hits, 2-run single from Jake Lehman, and a Martin Cubillan first career home run. Gets the Ironhawks ahead 4-1. We head to the top of the 4th on your home for Ironhawks baseball. We got more action next. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are currently in a break. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news, updates, and streaming information. Don't go anywhere. More Ironhawks baseball right here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. Welcome back for the top of the fourth. Going through last year for the Norse here, and I'm trying to see how many games they played that were not the full length. As Caleb Jacinto swings and misses at strike one, it's 0-1 to begin the fourth. Colby Parker still out there. And that one's going to miss for a ball. It is 1-1. And it's not what I thought exactly. So, but last year, nevertheless, the Norse had a extremely hard time with the Ironhawks. Then it's going to be tapped up the third baseline. It's 1-2 on Caleb Jacinto. And so the Ironhawks defeated. So the Ironhawks and the Norse played 8 times. That one misses for a ball. It's 2-2. The Ironhawks played the Norse 8 times last year. 6 of them were done in 5 innings. 1 was done in 6. 1 was played to all 7. Needless to say, the Ironhawks were very good against the Norse last year. But that makes sense, as over the course of the season, it's going to miss for a ball. It's 3-2. Over the course of the season, the Norse went 2-32 last year. They played all 7 15 times. They got beat in 5 innings 5 times and beat in 6 innings twice. Their 2 wins, that's going to be ball 4. It'll be a leadoff walk for Caleb Jacinto. Their 2 wins came against Northland Community Technical College, who finished second in the division last year. And their second win came in a walk-off fashion against Lake Region down in Florida in their first 5 games of the year. So, needless to say, last year was a struggle for the Norse, as they could not get any momentum, as they went 2-32 overall, 1-17 in conference play. First pitch to Braylon Hoff misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Runner on first. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth for Colby Parker. That one's in there for a strike. It's 1-1. The year before that, 2022-2023, they went 3-26 with a 3-17 record in conference play. Those 3 wins, you ask, came against Northland for 1, Vermilion for 1, and Vermilion. So they beat Vermilion twice that year before getting swept by Rainy River Northland, and Hibbing to close out the season. So that's how 2023 looked. That one's going to be through the right side into right field for a base hit. 2 runners on with nobody out for the Norse. And in 2022, it was their last season, or the last season they've had with 10 or more wins when they went 13-23. They went 5-5 in conference play. That year, they played down in Florida. They played Vermilion 3 times and Owens 4 times. That ball's going to be hit high in the air to shallow center. It'll be caught by Andrew Ritter with a diving play there for out number 1. And Ritter's putting on a clinic defensively. So, back to our subject that we were talking about. Down in Florida, first pitch misses for a ball to Harley Mott. Down in Florida, they played Vermilion twice on their opening day. They lost both games, both by 1 run. Then they lost to Owens 12-0 and 15-7. They came back and beat Vermilion 7-3, and then they beat Owens in 11 innings, 16-15. So they took down a nationally ranked team that year. And that ball's going to be hit high in the air. Infield fly is called. Poyeo puts it away for out number 2. And there's 2 outs with 2 runners on here in the top of the 4th. That was the last time the Norse made it to the Region 13 tournament, where they dropped the first game to Northland and then the second game to Itasca to have their season end in the clutches of the Vikings. That one misses for a ball. It's 1-0. That was very doom and gloom, I feel like. And then the last season we have on record here is 2017 and 18, and that's not even on the record, so never mind. That's in there. Oh, no, that missed for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes to Tate Yuhan. He's 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout so far. That one's going to miss as well. 3 balls, no strikes. Elliot Blatt's on deck. If Yuhan can extend the inning for him. That's going to miss for ball 4. That will load the bases for the Norse and Elliot Blatz. So, that is a little bit of the history for the Norse the past 5 years or so. They do have a couple guys that are playing on at the D2 level. It's going to be popped high in the air. Colby Parker calls everybody off. The pitcher's going to do it himself for out number 3. We're halfway home here in Aurora. It's 4-1 Vermilion on your home for Ironhawks baseball. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are currently in a break. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news, updates, and streaming information. Don't go anywhere. More Ironhawks baseball right here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. Welcome back for the bottom of the fourth. Andrew Ritter to lead this frame off. He's 0 for 1 so far. First pitch. Misses for a ball. It's 1 0. That ball's going to be popped high in the air. Foul territory, and it will drop foul, and Ritter has a new life. 1-1. So the Norse have a couple guys at the D2 level at Bemidji. Brandon Lind is one of them. Tall lefty that frankly dominated the Norse when the um, the Ironhawks when he was there. And Ritter strikes out looking for out number 1. And that ball is going to be swung on and missed by Griffin Steele. With 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. And then Cameron Petruzza is also with Bemidji State. So those two are now teammates with Marcus Hare Jr. and taking on NSIC opponents, including the University of Mary. But they are not coming to University of Mary this year, sadly. They will be coming here next year. That ball's going to be hit in the air to the left. Jacinto will come in and make the catch. Front number 2, bringing up TJ Freen with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. So, speaking of Ironhawks and Norse alumni that are making impacts at a higher level, we touched on it previously, but Jack Velasquez is coaching over at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. And last night they took on one of the top teams in the country in Texas A&M. And the consensus number 1 overall draft pick in that game. It did not go very well for Corpus Christi, but that's not the point. The point is that if you were to go on to any of the MLB social media accounts and see a guy catching a home run and then flipping over the wall, that was Corpus Christi. So, essentially, Jack's team made it on to national headlines and national social media, Fred, and people are saying it may be the catch of the year. And I'll tell you what, folks, it was a crazy catch. So, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's on all of the MLB socials. It's all over. I think his name was like Christian Smith Jackson or something like that, and he made the catch, and it was fantastic. So, a opposite field line drive over the shortstop's head for a base hit that'll extend the inning for the Ironhawks and bring up Martin Kubian, who's looking to do what he did the last plate appearance and hit a home run. I'm gonna find out what his name is. I heard it, and then I forgot it. I want to get my facts right, so I'm going to do that. First pitch to Martin Kubian misses for a ball. I would presume Elijah Mack is going to be very careful here. Christian Smith Johnson is his name. That is the guy who made that fantastic catch last night. And Kubion will ground to third. He'll go the short way for out number 3. We're through 4 complete here in Aurora. It's 4-1 Vermilion on your home for Ironhawks baseball. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are currently in a break. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news, updates, and streaming information. Don't go anywhere. More Ironhawks baseball right here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. Welcome back for the top of the 5th. Colby Parker out there to start his second inning of work. First pitch to Aiden Debner's in there for a strike. And we're going to check in on some other Vermilion alumni here. That one misses for a ball. That's 1-1. Let's see how our friends over at Lakeland University are doing. If we're wondering who they are, that would be Franklin Wilds and Charlie Spahn. Oh, they're almost number buddies. Oh, that's cute. That's funny because they're roommates. And yeah, I think, what was it that Charlie told me? Oh, yes. Charlie is rooming with a guy named Frank, with 2 guys named Frank, and they live on Frank Drive or something like that. So in Franklin, Wisconsin. So I think Charlie is surrounded by too many Franks, is what I'm gathering. He is also, or there's another MCAC alumni. Thor Dunham is on that team as well. He's from Itasca. So that's pretty neat. 2 balls, 1 strike on Kenny Rant, leading off the top of the 5th here. That pitch is fouled back. It's 3-2 or 2-2 on Rant. Let's see if our boys have gotten into any games yet. And that is called strike 3. Rant is frozen like the Minnesota winter in today's game for out number 2. Here in the top of the 5th. Charlie has appeared in 3 games. He's 2 games. He is 0 for 3 with a run scored so far this season. Frankie has not appeared in a game. I believe he is still working back from his ACL injury. So Uh, it'll be a minute before he gets a new game, I would presume. Thor Dunham is 1-2 on the season, working out of the. Oh no, he's been a starter. It's three. He's appeared in 3 games, 2 starts. He's got an ERA north of 11.5. So that is the MCAC people on that team. Yay! All right. Colton Comstock is the hitter. That pitch is fouled just over the Vermilion dugout, and the count is 2-2 on Comstock. So Deuce is wild here in the top of the 5th. In a 4-1 Vermilion lead. Colby Parker's 2-2 is fouled up the first baseline. First base coach doing a pretty good job of getting out of the way of that one. The Ironhawks have Cole Smith, Dylan Spears, and Dylan Plone due up in their half of the 5th. As soon as Parker can get them back in the dugout. The 2-2 home. Hits softly on the ground at first. Freen will body it and step on the bag for out number 3. It's time to stretch here in Aurora. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-1 Vermilion on your home for Ironhawks baseball. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are currently in a break. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news, updates, and streaming information. Don't go anywhere. More Ironhawks baseball right here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Cole Smith to lead it off for the Ironhawks. Smith does not have a plate appearance yet as he walked in his first trip up. And then got hit by a pitch. A new pitcher for the Norse is left-hander Brady Fleeg. I'll get his stuff up here for you. Smith is behind 0-2 early on in the count. That one's going to miss in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-2. Here is Brady Fleeg's numbers. He's appeared in a game, a 10.80 ERA, 3 in the 3rd innings, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 6 walks. Good for a 240 whip. That's going to be popped up foul. It is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fleeg to Smith. He's going to be tapped back to Fleeg. He'll glove, throw to first in time to get Smith for out number 1. Fleeg is a Wisconsinite. He's from Washburn, Wisconsin. His first year with the Norse. Stands 5'7". 6'7" would be crazy. I think we could tell that. Yeah. But he's 5'7" from Washburn, Wisconsin. A pitcher outfielder for the Norse. First pitch to Spears is a strike. 0-1. Sworn missed. 0-2. Now misses up. 1-2. A look at the MCAC leaderboards here. The batting average leader is Cale Nelson. He's got a 526 clip. Shahir Brahim is second at 519. That ball's going to be popped into the air. Down the first baseline, it'll fall into the trio of Norse for a foul ball. Stays at 1-2. And then Jaden Drill is at 500. 500. Hunter Genther is at 486, and that rounds out the top 4 for the batting average leaders. Seth Tierney and Seth Nelson lead the MCAC in RBIs with 15. 2 other Century College Wood Ducks make the top 5, as well as Terrence Moody from St. Cloud Tech. The rest of them have 14 RBIs. Could crack that here today. Ball is going to be popped up. Foul again. We'll stay at 1-2. Home run leaderboards: White, Gavin, Jaden Drill, and Seth Tierney, all guys who we have seen already this season, all have 3 round trippers apiece. Bruce Sly, Logan Arndt, and Nick Berglund all have 2 apiece. Nick Berglund's tied for the lead in stolen bases with 11, with 2 guys from St. Cloud Tech, as Spears is down on strikes for out number 2. I'll bring up Dylan Plone. Hassan Endo, Max Reese, and Colin Bonneville all make the top 5 as well with 9 stolen bases. On the pitching side, Tyson Barthel has a 0 ERA. He leads the MCAC. And then Jalen Vorpal is in 5th with a 2.45 ERA. Justin Amasquita is in 2nd with 2 wins. Hunter Genther and Max Hudlow also have 2 wins on the season. That is good for that. They're all in 2nd. Brandon Castasia leads the MCAC in strikeouts, followed by Alex Anderson and Hunter Genther with 19. It looks like Zach Anderson leads the MCAC in saves with 2. So that is your MCAC leaderboards through, I'd say this is probably the fifth waypoint of the season. I'll give it the 3rd waypoint. Like, we're through a third of the season. Ball's going to be popped foul. And it's 2-2 to Dylan Plone. Plone hits from the left side. The Centennial native, or the Lionel Lakes native, waits, and the pitch called strike 3 right down Broadway. And Brady Fleeg strikes out 2 in the bottom of the 5th. We had the top of the 6th. 3 up, 3 down for the Ironhawks. We had the top of the 6th. It's 4-1 Vermilion on your home for Ironhawks baseball. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are currently in a break. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news, updates, and streaming information. Don't go anywhere. More Ironhawks baseball right here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. Welcome back for the top of the sixth. New pitcher for the Ironhawks is freshman right-hander Dylan Schroeder. This is his fourth appearance of the season. He does not have a record. He's got a 19.64 ERA in 3 2/3, giving up 6 hits, no strikeouts, 4 walks, a 2.73 whip. First pitch misses low for a ball from Schrader. His first task is Caleb Jacinto, who has doubled. Colby Parker had a very good afternoon or morning, going 5 innings, giving up 3 hits, a run. It was unearned, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. We will take that any day of the week. He also hit a batter as well. So very good start from Colby Parker. He'll hand it off to Schrader, and that pitch is in there for a strike. It's 2-2. The 2-2 misses. Was count full at 3-2. That one is swung on and missed. Caleb Jacinto gone fishing for out number 1, and that is the first career strikeout for Dylan Schrader. His collegiate career, first of the season. So good for him. Getting that out of the way. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Or not 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a new batter. What am I talking about? I'll bring up Braylon Hoff, who swings and misses at strike 1. It's 0-1. And the pitch tapped on the ground. Puello gloves. He'll throw in time to Freen for out number 2. And there's 2 quick outs for the Hortonville, Wisconsin native. As he looks to get, I believe this would be his first 1-2-3 appearance of the year. That'd be a good sign for Schrader. Landon Heinlein will be the hitter. First pitch from Schrader is swung on and missed, strike 1. He looks absolutely amazing right now. This is a completely different guy than the one we saw in Florida. He's going right after these Norse hitters. That's in there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. That one is going to miss in the dirt for a ball. It is 1-2. New third baseman for the Ironhawks, Jojo Taverna. that the hot corner now. And Schrader looking to get out of the sixth. And the pitch. Called strike three. Heinlein frozen like the Minnesota winter for out number three. It's a 1-2-3 frame from Dylan Schrader. Picks up his first two career strikeouts. He needs 12 pitches to get the Ironhawks back in the dugout. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Ironhawks coming to bat in the bottom half on your home for Ironhawks baseball. Good stuff, Shohei. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are currently in a break. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news, updates, and streaming information. Don't go anywhere. More Ironhawks baseball right here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. Welcome back for the bottom of the sixth. Jake Lehman will face Brady Fleeg if you get in the frame. That misses everything. 2-0. That's in there for no, that's gonna miss for a ball. 3 balls. No strikes. To Jake Lehman. Off speed pitch in there for a strike. It's 3-1. That's gonna miss for ball 4. And it's a leadoff walk. Start sixth. I'll bring up Dylan Coelho. Coelho from Pembroke Pines, Florida. Squares around a bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. Fleeg was on point in his first inning. He's thrown 4 of 5 here in the second for a ball. He misses here again. So Coelho trying to move him over, but he's not going to do it if he doesn't get a good pitch to do it on. That was going to be popped up in the air. It's going to fall. And it'll be a bunt single to second base for Dylan Coelho. So Ironhawks doing some small ball again. We saw this time to time in Florida, and it worked pretty well there. They're breaking it out here further north. And there's now 6 hits in the game. They'll bring up Andrew Ritter. First pitch from Fleeg to Ritter. He squares around, bunts it, past the pitcher. Nobody's covering. And it'll be a bunt base hit for Andrew Ritter. And look at this. The Ironhawks, small ball in their way to get the bases loaded with nobody out here in the 6th on 2 bunt singles. Boy, when those bunts are laid down like that, there's not much that you can do. That was a perfect bunt from Andrew Ritter between the first baseman and the pitcher. And then the other one, the second, was just perfect. Bases loaded, bottom of the 6th. Fleeg looking to minimize the damage. Griffin Steele will be the hitter with the bases loaded and nobody out. Just need a ball to the outfield here. Or hey, how about another bunt? That one's fouled up the first baseline. No balls and 1 strike on Griffin Steele. That one's going to miss. Good breaking ball from Fleek. That was nice. Just a little low, but very nice pitch. That one misses. 2-1 on the Hinckley native. Now it's going to be fouled towards the Vermilion dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Or 2 balls and 2 strikes. I can't see if there's any action in the Norse bullpen, but I guess there may be, as that pitch misses for a ball. It's 3-2. Nowhere to put Griffin Steele. TJ Freen on deck. A walk here would force in a run. And that will do just that. Griffin Steele picks up an RBI, his 4th of the season. That's 5-1 Vermilion, with TJ Freen coming to bat to nobody out. And now, I'm sure some of you at home are doing the exact same thing that I'm doing right now in my head. Okay, I'm doing the math here. And if my math is correct, the only thing that would prevent Martin Kubian from coming up with runners in scoring position is a triple play. And I've watched a lot of baseball. I have not seen a triple play turned in MCAC play. However, I have had a triple play turned behind me when I was pitching in summer ball last year. That was pretty sweet. I don't think it's going to happen here, so we're going to have another RBI chance for Martin Kubian. Count on that. That pitch can be fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. TJ Freen up here with nobody out, bases loaded. He's 2 for 3 so far. Both have been singles. The only extra base hit so far is the Kubian home run. That's going to miss. 2-2 on TJ Freen. He's from Bloomington, Minnesota. Went to Bloomington Jefferson. He was high school teammates with Jojo Taverna. And that's going to miss. Full count. Nowhere to put him. The dangerous Martin Kubian on deck. Pitch to Freen. Hit on the ground to second. Heinlein will bobble it, and everybody's going to be safe. The bases will remain loaded. Nobody will be out. And guess who's up? Martin Kubion has more RBIs out there for him. He's got 13 on the season with a home run. A chance to take the MCAC lead in RBIs right here. First pitch to him. Going to be hit on the ground to the right side and through for a base hit. That's going to score one. Here comes the second. He's going to score. And Martin Kubion comes through with a 2-run single. I can't say I'm surprised. Because I'm starting to feel like this just happens every single time Martin's up with the runners on. It's 8-1 Vermilion. Runners will be on the corners. And Kubion is now 3 for 3. Or 2 for 3, rather. With 5 RBIs. 4 RBIs. My math is not very good right now. But either way, nobody outrunners on the corners here for Cole Smith. Kubion now has 15 RBIs, which ties him for the MCAC lead. First pitch fouled back for Cole Smith. It's 0-1. The Ironhawks may be able to end this game right here in the 6th inning if they can keep this inning alive. Smith would need to reach somehow or drive in another run. TJ Freen is at third. The ball's going to be hit on the ground. Debner will backhand it. He'll have to flip to the pitcher who covers in time to get Smith. Kubion advances to second. It's now 9-1 Vermilion as TJ Freen scores. And small ball leads to big chances. Here in the 6th. We've got time as a courtesy runner will come out for Kubion. I don't know who it is. First pitch to Jojo Taverna. As he steps into the box for the first time today. It might be Nick Berglund out there at second base. First pitch to Taverna is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. 1 out, runner on second. I was going to miss for a ball. It's 1-1. Fleeg steps off. I'm going to guess it's Nick Berglund at second base. That one swung and a miss. 1-2. And stolen base. It's Elliot Levins is our pinch runner. He swipes third. Gets himself into scoring position. On the pitch. That one's going to be bounced to second. It will score Levins and make it a 10-1 game. But it will it will clear the bases. So the Ironhawks will need a 2-out rally here to end this game in 6. Otherwise, we'll play the top half of the 7th. Dylan Plone up at the plate. He takes the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. Fleek struck out Plone looking back in his first inning of work, which was the 5th. That one misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Plone has walked and struck out so far. It's going to be tapped on the ground. Foul. It's 2-1. We will have game 2 right here on YouTube after the conclusion of this one and a brief break. So don't go anywhere, as we've got more baseball on your home for Ironhawks baseball. I said baseball way too many times in that sentence. 3-1. It's going to miss for ball 4, and Plone restarts the carousel. And that will bring up Jake Lehman, who started this whole thing with a walk. Pitch popped up to second. Heinlein will come in a few steps. He'll put it away to conclude matters here. In the bottom of the 6th, but the Ironhawks break it open. 6 runs on 4 hits. They're helped by 1 Mesabi error. They leave a runner on first. We head to the top of the 7th. Last chance for the Norse. It's all Vermilion, 10-1 on your home for Ironhawks baseball. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are currently in a break. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news, updates, and streaming information. Don't go anywhere. More Ironhawks baseball right here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. Welcome back for the top of the 7th. Dylan Schrader out there for inning number 2. First pitch misses for a ball. That one's in there for a strike. It's 1-1. I believe it's going to be Landon Heinlein. That's not Landon Heinlein. That is Harley Mott. There we go. That's better. No balls, 1 strike. Schrader came in and dominated. And that one's called strike 3. Mott frozen like the Minnesota winter. For out number 1, Schrader's picked up 3 strikeouts. Here is he looks fantastic. I'll bring up Tate Yuhan. And that first pitch is in there for a strike. That one's in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Tate Yuhan. Schrader trying to shut this thing down. Misses. 1 and 2. That one misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one was pretty close. I would guess if he throws that again, he's going to get the call this time. That's one of the things with DJ is if you can hit the same spot over and over again, he'll eventually give it to you. Let's see if he takes advantage of that. The pitch tapped on the ground. Schrader will pick it up, and he is not going to have a throw. As I would guess that probably is going to go as base hit for Tate Yuhan. And it will. So base hit for Tate Yuhan, the 4th hit of the day for the Norse. So they got a base runner against Dylan Schrader. I'll bring Elliot Blatz. He's 0 for 3. First pitch misses for a ball. It's 1-0. I believe that was Tate's 2nd hit of the day. He's got double and a base hit and a walk. Pitch hit high in the air to left. Lehman's coming in. He's going to get a glove on it, and it drops. An error on Jake Lehman. Puts 2 runners on and 1 out. For the 3-hole hitter, Aiden Debner. That's the 3rd error of the game for the Ironhawks. Debner, first baseman, here in game 1. Pitch swung and a miss, strike 1. Going back to last year when Dylan went down with the elbow injury for the season, and that was pretty heartbreaking. It took a big arm that we were going to rely on for that season out of the mix, and just kind of started the whole pitching injury deal. Then Soto Hood went down with his elbow injury, and he couldn't pitch the rest of the season. And his start was fantastic against Penn State, where he struck out 5 in 2 innings. He was off to a fantastic start on the mound and at the plate. Obviously, he kept the plate going when he hit 7 home runs. But just losing those 2 guys really put a dent in our pitching staff and made it difficult. But I will say, this is the best I've seen Dylan look in a long time. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Aiden Debner. Schrader looking to pick up strikeout number 4. Pitch, and he's got it. Debner goes fishing for out number 2. And Schrader's got 4 strikeouts in an inning and 2/3. He's an out away from recording the save for the Ironhawks. Actually, it wouldn't be a save now. It's well out of save range. But that's neither here nor there. That one swung on a miss, strike 1. Kenny Rant is the last hope for the Norse here in the top of the 7th. Again, we'll have game 2 here on YouTube for your enjoyment. And don't go anywhere after the final out is recorded. We'll wrap this one up and get you ready for game 2 in your post-game download. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the sophomore from Mora, Minnesota. Now it's fouled back and out of play And the Norse are down to their final strike. Schrader looking to pick up strikeout number 5 on the afternoon and work a scoreless relief appearance and pick up the hold. And the 1-2 hit on the ground. This should do it. Ritter gloves, throws to first, off balance. The play is made, and that will do it. Andrew Ritter, highlight reel defensively today. All part of a 10-1 Ironhawks victory. We'll be back wrapping it up here on your home for Ironhawks baseball in a moment. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are currently in a break. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Game Changer for news, updates, and streaming information. Don't go anywhere. More Ironhawks baseball right here on the Ironhawks Baseball Network. Welcome back for today's post-game download. The Ironhawks are victorious 10-1 here in Game 1. It went all 7. And we'll get you the scoring summary, final lines, thoughts and tidbits, and we'll get you ready for Game 2. First, the scoring summary. In the bottom of it was a scoreless first inning for Colby Parker. He picked up 2 strikeouts in that frame. The Ironhawks got on the board on a Martin Cubillan sacrifice fly, his first RBI of the day. Then in the top of the second, a double for Caleb Jacinto was mooted by a quick pop out and a ground out. It's 1-0 after 1.5. A 1-2-3 inning for the Ironhawks makes it it's 1-0 after 2. The Norse get on the board with their only run on an error by Martin Cubillan, which he later makes up for in a big way in the bottom half of the inning when he hits a solo home run for his first career big fly, putting the Ironhawks ahead for good in that frame. Then later in the inning, Jake Lehman singled in 2, scoring Cole Smith and Dylan Spears to make it 4-1 Ironhawks after 3. A scoreless fourth from Colby Parker. A scoreless bottom of the fourth from Elijah Mack. A 1-2-3 fifth for Colby Parker. A 1-2-3 bottom of the fifth for Brady Fleeg. A 1-2-3 sixth with 2 strikeouts for Dylan Schroeder. And then in the 6th, the Ironhawks broke it open on 4 singles. They scored on a walk, an error. Oh, now I got to go to post game. Here we go. Don't mind the Central Lakes. That's not yet. And then Cubillan drove in 2 with a base hit. Cole Smith and Jojo Taverna both scored a run on ground balls, making it 10-1. A 2 strikeout top of the 7th for Dylan Schroeder finalized things. 10-1 Ironhawks win. Your final lines first for the visiting Norse. They fall to 0-6 on the season. They score a run on 4 hits. They commit 1 error in the field. And your Ironhawks improve to 5-7 on the season, scoring 10 runs on 8 hits. They commit 3 errors in the field. Colby Parker gets the win. He improves to 1-2 on the season. He went 5 innings, giving up 3 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Dylan Schrader was electric out of the bullpen, going 2 innings, striking out 4, allowing 1 hit. The Norse, Elijah Mack, takes the loss. He went 4 innings, giving up 5 hits, 4 runs. All of them earned, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. Brady Fleeg worked the other 2, giving up 3 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. The Norse were led offensively by Tate Yuhan and Caleb Jacinto. Yuhan went 2 for 3 with a double and a walk and a run scored. Caleb Jacinto notched a double, and Braylon Hoff with a base hit. The Ironhawks were led offensively by guess who? Martin Kubian went 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs, including his first career home run. TJ Freen also went 2 for 4 with 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. Steele, Smith, Taverna all notched an RBI, while Jake Lehman notched 2 stakes in the morning contest. Andrew Ritter scored twice. Steele, Freen, Kubian, Smith, Spears, Lehman, and Coelho all touched home plate in this one. We'll be back with Game 2, not against Central Lakes. This will be against the Mesabi Range Norse. I guess probably 20-25 minutes. That'll do it here for Game 1. It's a happy final, 10-1 Ironhawks victory. We'll see you for Game 2. This has been